For more than 50,000 years, every great empire searched for the ancient fleet. Old records spoke about warships so powerful that they could stop entire armadas without suffering a single scratch. No one knew who built them. No one knew where they had gone. As thousands of years passed, the stories slowly became legends. Most people believed the ships had been destroyed long before the first civilization was born. Only humanity never laughed at the legend. Deep inside a quiet star system, far beyond the busiest trade routes, human patrol ships guarded a place that did not appear on any galactic map. The pilots never spoke about their mission. They simply watched the dark space around them every day, as their families had done for countless generations. Far away, an alien exploration team entered an ancient ruin on a dead planet. Hidden beneath broken stone, they discovered a glowing star map unlike anything they had ever seen. Every symbol pointed toward one destination: human space. The discovery shocked the Galactic Council. Scientists compared the map with thousands of ancient records. Every answer led to the same conclusion. If the map was real, the missing ancient fleet had been hidden inside human territory all along. Within days, the Council gathered its strongest exploration fleet. Hundreds of ships jumped toward the quiet human system. Their commanders expected frightened humans and empty space. Instead, they found calm human officers waiting for them. The human admiral greeted the visitors with a peaceful smile. "You have traveled a long way," he said. "Please turn your fleet around and leave." The alien commanders laughed. They believed the humans were trying to protect a useless mining colony. None of them noticed the silent moon behind the nearby planet. Deep beneath its frozen surface, thousands of ancient engines suddenly came alive. For the first time in 50,000 years, the lost fleet was waking up. The moment the ancient engines started moving, every sensor in the alien fleet began to fail. The commanders stared at their screens in confusion. They had expected an empty system, a forgotten human colony, and maybe a few old defense ships. But what appeared on their scanners was impossible. Beneath the surface of the silent moon, something massive was rising. The alien scientists quickly checked their data again and again. They believed their machines were broken. The energy readings were too large. The structures were too old. Nothing about the discovery made sense. The human ships remained completely calm. The alien commander opened a communication channel and demanded an explanation. "Humanity knew about this," he said. "You have been hiding something from the entire galaxy." The human admiral looked at the ancient moon behind him. He did not deny it. For thousands of years, humanity had protected a secret that no other species could know. The ancient fleet was not abandoned. It was not destroyed. It was waiting. Long ago, when humanity was still young among the stars, explorers discovered the hidden ships. The ancient systems inside the fleet recognized something special about humans. They chose humanity as their guardians. Not rulers, not owners, guardians. Generation after generation, humans protected the sleeping warships. They repaired them, studied them, and kept their existence hidden because they knew the galaxy was not ready. The alien commanders could not believe it. A small human civilization had been protecting the most powerful technology ever created. But fear quickly replaced curiosity. The Galactic Council believed humanity had broken the balance of power. They thought the humans were preparing for war. Soon, orders were sent across the galaxy. Prepare the fleets. Contain humanity. The aliens believed they had discovered humanity's greatest weakness. They had no idea they had just awakened humanity's greatest protection. Deep inside the moon, the final ancient hangar doors began opening, and behind them waited the first warship of the lost fleet. The ancient hangar doors opened slowly, revealing darkness that had remained untouched for thousands of years. The alien fleet watched in complete silence. Then a light appeared. A massive shape moved forward from inside the moon. It was not like any ship they had ever seen. The ancient warship was larger than a city. Its outer armor carried marks from forgotten battles, yet it looked stronger than the newest ships built by modern civilizations. Strange symbols covered its surface, glowing with a soft blue light. The alien scientists could not understand the technology. Their computers searched every database. No matches, no records, no answers. The ship was older than every known empire. The human admiral looked at the ancient vessel with respect. For him, it was not just a weapon. It was a reminder of a promise humanity had carried for generations. More ships began to appear behind the first one. One by one, the lost fleet returned. Hundreds of ancient warships moved out from their hidden locations. Some came from moons. Some came from deep space stations. Others had been sleeping beneath planets for thousands of years. The galaxy had spent centuries searching for these ships. Nobody ever thought they were hidden by humans. The alien commanders finally understood the truth. Humanity was not a young civilization that had recently entered the stars. Humanity had been trusted with a secret older than history itself. But the fear of the unknown quickly spread. The Galactic Council demanded answers. They asked why humans never revealed the fleet. The human admiral gave only one response: because power without wisdom destroys everything. The message reached every corner of the galaxy. Some races felt relief. Others felt fear. And one empire saw the ancient fleet as a threat that had to be destroyed before it became unstoppable. While the galaxy argued, a massive enemy armada began moving toward human space. They believed the ancient ships were just old machines. They were about to learn that age did not make them weak. It made them legendary. The enemy armada entered human space with thousands of warships. They came from the Varkan Empire, a civilization that had controlled hundreds of star systems for centuries. Their leaders believed fear was the only way to maintain power. When they heard about the ancient fleet, they laughed. To them, the ships were nothing more than old machines from a forgotten age. The Varkan Emperor believed humanity was hiding behind legends. Ancient ships cannot defeat modern weapons, he announced. His commanders agreed. They prepared their strongest weapons and moved directly toward the human system. But humanity did not attack. The ancient fleet remained silent. The human admiral gave the enemy one final warning: leave now. You do not understand what you have awakened. The Varkan commanders laughed again. They thought humans were afraid. They thought the old warships were useless. Then they fired. Thousands of missiles crossed the darkness of space toward the ancient fleet. For a moment, everything became silent. The galaxy watched the battle through distant communication networks. Then something impossible happened. The ancient ships activated their shields. The enemy weapons stopped before reaching the fleet. Not one ship was damaged. The Varkan commanders stared at their screens in disbelief. Their strongest attack had failed completely. Then, the ancient flagship moved forward. It was the oldest ship in the fleet. The ship that every ancient record described as the protector of countless worlds. Its weapons activated for the first time in 50,000 years. But the human admiral gave only one order: fire one warning shot. The flagship released a single beam of energy. The blast traveled through space and passed between the enemy ships. It did not destroy them. It simply disabled their entire front line in seconds. Thousands of enemy ships became powerless. The galaxy finally understood. The ancient fleet was not a forgotten relic. It was a force beyond anything they had ever imagined. And now, every empire knew one terrifying truth. Humanity had been holding back. After the first battle, the galaxy became silent. No empire celebrated. No leader made a speech. Everyone was trying to understand what they had witnessed. The Varkan Empire had attacked with the most advanced fleet in the galaxy. Humanity stopped them with a single warning shot. But the greatest mystery was still unanswered. Why did the ancient fleet choose humanity? Across the galaxy, scientists studied old records and forgotten messages. They searched for any information about the builders of the legendary ships. Finally, the ancient AI inside the flagship revealed the truth. Thousands of years ago, before the rise of the modern empires, an ancient civilization built a fleet to protect the galaxy from future disasters. But they knew their civilization would not survive forever. Before they disappeared, they searched for a species that could carry their mission. Many races were powerful. Many races were intelligent. But only one species showed the quality they needed: humans. The ancient builders noticed something different about humanity. Humans were not perfect. They made mistakes. They fought among themselves. But when a true danger appeared, humans united. They protected strangers. They helped weaker civilizations. They continued fighting even when victory seemed impossible. That was why the ancient fleet chose them. Humanity never used the ships to conquer worlds. They never showed their power to gain control. They waited. They protected the secret because they understood the responsibility. The Galactic Council finally realized their greatest mistake. They had feared humanity because of what humans could do. They never noticed what humans had chosen not to do. But peace did not last. The Varkon Empire was defeated, but other enemies saw humanity as a danger. They believed destroying the ancient fleet was their only chance. Across the galaxy, enemy fleets began gathering. Millions of ships prepared for one final attack. The human admiral looked at the ancient warships surrounding Earth. For 50,000 years, these ships had waited. Now they were ready. The galaxy was about to see the true power humanity had hidden. The final battle began at the edge of human space. Millions of enemy ships entered the system, believing they had enough power to destroy humanity before the ancient fleet could fully respond. They were wrong. The ancient warships moved like they had been waiting for this exact moment. Their systems awakened one by one. Their weapons locked onto enemy fleets. Their shields covered entire planets. The galaxy watched as the oldest ships in history returned to battle. But something shocked everyone. Humanity did not attack first. The human admiral opened a channel to every enemy commander. "We do not want your worlds. We do not want your resources. We only want you to stop threatening innocent lives." The enemy leaders laughed. They believed mercy was weakness. Then they attacked. The ancient fleet moved. The battle lasted only hours. The enemy ships fired everything they had, but the ancient shields stood strong. Their weapons could not break the protection that had survived thousands of years. One by one, enemy fleets surrendered. They finally understood the truth. Humanity had never hidden the ancient fleet because they were afraid. Humanity hid it because they knew exactly what would happen if such power was controlled by the wrong people. After the battle, the Galactic Council came to Earth. For the first time, the galaxy's greatest leaders stood before humanity with respect. They admitted they had misunderstood humans. They thought humanity was a young species with limited power. They never realized humans had been protecting the galaxy for generations. The ancient fleet returned to its hidden places. The ships did not become weapons of conquest. They became symbols of peace. And from that day forward, every civilization remembered one important lesson. The oldest warships in the galaxy were never lost. They were never forgotten. They were waiting under humanity's protection. Because sometimes the greatest power is not the power that destroys enemies. It is the power that chooses when not to use it.